All we hear is to forgive.
We know hope, it has wings, but only if all we hear is to forgive. The sun is coming up on the earth, and when the mother kisses the horizon and gives birth to stars, our sleep with the sound of silence will bring forgiveness and carry us to a brand new day. Forgiveness will be the way to a brand new day, every day brought to us by the dawn. Forgiveness will be the vehicle that travels all roads, accepts all paths, betters us always.
Always. If all we hear is to forgive, forgiveness transports us.
Forgiveness transports us to what we refer to as the universal mind, our true abode. In this state of universal mind consciousness, we release our past, live in the present, and trust in the future we envision and feel. We recognize our origins in the earth and water. We know why branches stretch beneath the ground while roots reach into the sky. When we invoke the universal mind for healing, we are acknowledged and shown the way to our healing. This is our everlasting, brand new day.
We are shown the way to our healing. However, if all we hear is to forgive, we cannot rush our healing.
We cannot rush our healing because time is a gift, and we are not running out, but rather we run within. We cannot rush our healing because the best use of this illusion called time is to hear only forgiveness and realize that confusion has been clouding our hearts, but if we let it, confusion will also point the way back to whatever road where we, without knowing, left our souls. We know that confusion clouds our hearts, but with our universal mind consciousness, it also fades away. We are given a brand new day. We rise and give love and live in a brand new way.
We live in a brand new way. If all we hear is to forgive, we hear the calling of universal mind.
We hear the calling of universal mind as the night comes falling from the sky, bringing us to a brand new day. We can hear it sing even though our hearts are torn. We know that we have done universal mind wrong. We have been unconscious for far too long. But if all we hear is to forgive, the universal mind will return our consciousness to a brand new day and put grace upon our heads. Through our universal mind consciousness, we survive. If all we hear is to forgive, for infinity we live.
For infinity we live. If all we hear is to forgive, we cast away all fear.
Just look into our eyes and see we cast away all fear. We cleanse our hearts and clear our heads. Our love is just a reminder to find our center through universal mind consciousness. Without universal mind consciousness we shall break, but with universal mind consciousness we will bend. We give all consciousness to universal mind. for the universal mind is our eternal friend. This is what we do, this is how we blend, if all we hear is to forgive. This is how we live.
This is how we live. If all we hear is to forgive, we come up above from below.
We have been asleep. We come up above from below. We wipe the sleep from our eyes. We shake off the dust. We open the curtain to our new reality and run free within our brand new day. We wake up and resonate with every brand new day, and they come every morning. So we ask for the falling soldiers to arise, because the universal mind is alive. If all we hear is to forgive, we come rise up. We come give love. What are we waiting for? It is a brand new day.
What are we waiting for? If all we hear is to forgive, we know that Spirit has got our back.
No defending, no attack. If all we hear is to forgive, we know that Spirit has got our back. We know we are connected to divine presence within us. We reawaken to the I am within us. We live in silence and abide in stillness, where we find divine essence within us. In silence and stillness, we find universal mind consciousness, and with our love together, we form a radiant force for transformation on earth. Through our kindness, our words, and our actions, we embody the divine love within us. And this is the brand new day of which we speak.
We embody the divine love within us. If all we hear is to forgive, universal mind is our shelter.
We wake from our slumber and we swallow down numbers as time falls away with the spell that we are under. If we are stuck in a storm, there is no need to mourn. Universal mind is our shelter, and it will keep us safe from the thunder as we ease our way through our brand new day. We put the stars to shame, what can we say? The earth it turns, but we never fade away. When all we hear is to forgive, universal mind consciousness is all we ever know. Universal mind consciousness is like a shot of love each day.
Universal mind consciousness is all we ever know. If all we hear is to forgive, we move with the flow of universal energy.
We move with the flow of universal energy, which surges, flows, unbound, in every direction. This flow nurtures and sustains all of existence. It sustains our imagination and brings to realization what we feel within our heart. When forgiveness is all we hear, claiming credit becomes unnecessary, for true power resides in release and trust. By relinquishing control, genuine strength arises, enabling us to rest assured that events will unfold as they should, within the fresh promise of a brand new day, just as we trust our bodies to wake us each morning.
We trust our bodies to wake us each morning. If all we hear is to forgive, The same principle applies to our connection with the universe.
The same principle applies to our connection with the universe. Unity with the world is not achieved through control. In fact, attempts to dominate lead to conflict, causing distance from the harmony we seek. When we embrace forgiveness, we understand that aligning with the universe involves trust, release, and observation. What naturally emerges when we extend this trust to everything around us is that we also grant it to ourselves with each new day. Decisions are not uniquely the product of calculated thought. They often arise spontaneously, like a reflex.
We trust our bodies to wake us each morning. If all we hear is to forgive, we trust the process.
Overthinking leads to anxiety, but there is never enough information to fully rationalize every decision. To always hear only forgiveness often lies in trusting the process and allowing universal mind to guide us, even when things seem uncertain. Worry arises when we try to control every variable beyond our reach. This mindset leads to stress and paralyzes our ability to create real progress, both in personal and collective endeavors. Progress is made when we let go of this need for control. This is how universal mind consciousness brings us to a brand new day.
We let go of this need for control. If all we hear is to forgive, we thrive on delegation and trust.
The most effective systems found in nature or within human organizations flourish through delegation and trust. It is through this that balance is sustained, growth is fostered, and the concept of forgiving all is emphasized. The universe, in its expansive wisdom, functions without pressure. As we place more trust in this process, we become more aware of the eternal bond between us and the world around us. Efforts to enforce unity by dictating outcomes are doomed to fail, whereas surrendering to the flow of universal mind consciousness heralds the dawn of a brand new day.
Universal mind consciousness heralds the dawn of a brand new day. If all we hear is to forgive, we maintain a consciousness free of hostility.
We forgive all to maintain a consciousness free of hostility. Hostility, we understand, seeps into our subconscious and later emerges to haunt our existence, leaving us with inexplicable fear, anger, or other negative emotions. These subconscious triggers, formed since childhood, are acknowledged by the universal mind, which then shapes our reality, whether positive, negative, or indifference, as we mature. This concept is what we refer to as universal mind consciousness. By envisioning our future with imagination, infusing these visions with the sensation of their fulfillment, and reinterpreting past errors in a positive light, we continuously renew ourselves day by day. And every day is a brand new day.
Day by day. Day by day. Day by day. Oh yes. We create our realities whether we like it or not.
Whether we like it or not.